Hey, what's up, Jared? This is a demo video for you for your Romans Balance V4. This is a super sweet Luke hilt. It was a lot of fun to work on. You provided the parts in the chassis. That you had got the chassis from Black Lion Sabers on Etsy, and you printed it yourself. And then you gave me the Proffie and the speakers and everything, the stock V3. I just wired this up for you, and then I also made you a recessed blade that I'll show you here in a second. I had the Saber done for a few days, but I was waiting on the LED strips to come in the mail, and they came this afternoon. All right. You have a 2-button setup underneath this clamp card. Your front switch towards the emitter will be your power, and your back switch back here will be your auxiliary. I made these tactiles very tight so that it held in the clamp card, and it didn't take very much at all to push them in and actuate them. All right, did that on purpose. And of course, we've got some control blinkies, control box blinkies. What you'll want to do is just unscrew your pommel. Be careful when you do though, because when this comes out, you'll see your speaker, and that does kind of just fall out. Okay, so this is the speaker pod that you provided. This is also the speaker that you provided. I believe this is a Smuggler's Outpost Dark Side. It sounds really good. But when you take that out and you look in there, you've got access to your SD card, your micro USB. Now, the board shelf that this Proffie sits on, you can see that SD card is very close to the shelf. I typically can take a pair of tweezers and grab that SD card and pull it out. This one I had to use a pair of needle nose pliers and come from the side. But if you do that, you shouldn't have any problems. All right. You've got your 1.3 millimeter recharge port, your stock, the stock pogo pins for your speaker, and then of course you've got a kill switch right here. So we'll just come over here and flip the kill switch. Now when you flip it, let me grab a pair of tweezers. The kill switch is kind of stiff. All right, so I usually use a pair of tweezers. I come over here and I flip it on. Make sure you go ahead and you flip it on with a little bit of oomph. All right, and you'll know it's on even though you don't have a speaker in, because your control box blinkies will be going. All right, so we're good there. We'll put this in. I did get all the fonts on there that you asked me. I put a few Luke fonts on there from your USB drive, and then you came back and asked for a few additional, so I made sure I got those on there as well. But we put the speaker in, close that all the way. Saber's super loud. And I give you twist off. All right, we can go to another one. This is the Fire font by Kyberphonics. Super loud, very crisp. We'll twist it off. I'm going to throw your blade in. You do have a blade retention screw. That's right here. I'm not going to use that. I have it backed out. The blade is super tight. All right. This is the blade. So you provided the all the material. So I just provided, putting it together, and then also you were missing a blade tip. So I put the blade tip on. I actually took the blade tip off of one of my test blades, but I have 4 of them, so it's no biggie. And the foam, right? So you had the nylon sleeve for the blade diffusion. I provided the foam. Everything's in there. It's good to go. Nice and recessed, so everything is good. All right, so what you want to do is back up that blade retention screw. When you go to put this in, you're not going to be able to just put it right in. You're going to have to twist it. Always twist it to the right as if you're tightening it. That way you don't loosen any of the components here on the Saber, because I didn't glue anything in. All right, so just go ahead and twist it. This is so tight you might want to do some sanding. I didn't, because I wanted it to be something that a decision that you made. But because it's so tight, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn the Saber on, so that way as I'm twisting the blade in, I know when I hit those pins. All right, let's keep twisting it. We'll hit them eventually. It is super tight though. There we go, right there. And I had to muscle that in. So you may want to do some sanding. If you do, go ahead and do that. Just the first ½ inch of the blade or so, and you should be good to go. All right, but here's the Fire font. Now blade lockup is holding down auxiliary and hitting the Saber. I do believe you have a mixture of Kyberphonic and K-SIF fonts on here from your USB drive.
The dark saber. It belongs to you.
Now, all of these have a soundtrack. It's a long press on the power when the saber's off. All right. And it's the same thing to turn it off. Long press on the power. Just like that.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Master Yoda. Master Windu.
Lord Vader.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Master Qui-Gon.
Are you a Jedi?
I am.
Back to the fire font. All right. Now we've cycled through them all, so hopefully you can see that all of them are on there that I gave you. Again, the blade's super tight, but when taking it out, you also want to twist it to the right. So that way you don't loosen up any of those components, like I said. All right, so we'll put this off to the side, and we'll come over here and take off the pommel and the speaker, because you'll want to turn this guy off when you're not using it. So if I flipped it over here so that you could see the blinkies going, and I came over here and I flipped the kill switch down, kills everything just like it should. All right, so that is basically your Roman Balance V4. Let me know if you have any questions, and if not, I will package these up and get them out in the mail to you tomorrow. Thanks, man.